Bless up, bless up, bless up. You already know what it is. It's your little brother, Prince Judah Vaughn. I just wanted to come on real quick and do a little quick live read with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Keep that knocking background a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I just want to come on and share some love and light this beautiful evening. May this broadcast be for the benefit of all mortals and angels and nets. We all are inspired to continue to do our best. You know what I'm saying? In the name of the Creator. We're going to get into this right quick. Peace, peace, love, light, and balance to the family out there. Salute to the Creator gang. Salute to all my family and friends in the building want to come through and support your little brother. I appreciate y'all, man, coming through. Y'all already know what it is. We're going to get into a little bit of reading today from the Kosmon Bible of Oahspe, coming from the Book of Ouranothen. The Book of Ouranothen in Oahspe. The word Ouranothen literally means light from heaven. All right, or the light from God, or the light from the Creator, right? The light of heaven. Ouranothen, the light from heaven. We're going to get into this read in the Book of Oahspe today. I'm going to read through. I got a few little comments, few little points I want to make, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead, like, subscribe, share the live out. Salute to the righteous gods and the body and goddesses in the building. You already know what it is. All praises to the Creator, man. Yeah, so we're gonna jump into this read. Like I said, I got a couple of points I want to make in the first chapter. It's only 5 chapters, y'all, so I ain't gonna keep y'all long. I'm gonna take my time, but I ain't gonna keep you long. You dig what I'm talking about? So again, we are in the big blue version, Kosmon Bible of Oahspe. And I really like coming from the one that's online from the PDF version, but I can't share my screen, y'all, so I'm just going to read live. All right, so once again, salute to everybody in the building. We're going to jump into this real quick. Book of Oranothen, Oahspe, or Light from Heaven. If y'all can hear me, y'all go ahead and drop a vortex in the chat. Peace and love to my family in the building. I see Kila. Salute, sis. Peace and love, peace and love. I don't know if y'all can see on the screen. I tried to share it on the screen. And then who else in here? Paolo E. Serpente. Hi, man. What's up, big bro? Salute to you, man. We're going to get into this read. If y'all got your Oahspe, you can crack it open to the Book of Oranothen. And we've been in here 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Perfect timing. Let's jump into it. Oahspe, Book of Oranothen, or Light from Heaven. Chapter 1. It says, these are the words of Oranothen. I already stated Oranothen means light from heaven. By thy light and dominion, O Jehovah, Creator, peace and goodwill be unto all men, with faith in thee and forbearance toward one another, for thy glory. Amen. I come not to abridge liberty, but to give more unto you with love and wisdom, that the resurrection of men may be established on earth as it is in heaven. Ain't we been praying that since we was little babies with grandmama? We've been praying to the Creator that his will would be done on earth as it is in heaven, right? This verse states that I come not to abridge liberty, right? But to give more unto you with love and wisdom, that the resurrection of men may be established on earth as it is in heaven. Him that ye worship under diverse names, like Yahuwah, Jehovah, Allah, Elohim, God, Lord, that person that you worship under diverse names, placing him afar off, right? Like as if God is far away. Many of people in churches nowadays and in religions have this idea that God is far away from them, right? Like in the heavens somewhere billions of light years away. But him that you call by diverse names, be it God or Lord, declaring him afar off, I declare unto you his actual presence, and accord to you much praise and thanks wherein you worship in truth. So salute to you. If you worship in truth, I accord you much praise. Salute. You fulfill his commandments according, acknowledging that there is only one God. Right? So those of you out there who are religious folks, never heard of Oahspe or whatever, the first thing that we read in the Oahspe coming from the Book of Ouranothen is that the Creator is not far off, right? And that there is only one God, one Creator. Verse 4, chapter 1, verse 4 says, whether you call him Brahman or Buddha or Christ, right? You do so in reverence to the Almighty Creator. You call him God, somebody calls him Christ, somebody else calls him Buddha, somebody else may say Yahuwah, right? But if you're saying those names in reference to the Almighty Creator, the one great Spirit, even Jehovah, also practicing good works with all your wisdom and strength, therein do I proclaim your good deeds in heaven. So it don't matter what you call him. The one that you declare to be the Creator by various names is present. His ever presence is with you right now. And wherein you practice good deeds with all your wisdom and strength, right? Those are recorded. The Creator knows it. He's with you now. He hears you now. The one that you think is so far away is literally in all places throughout the entire cosmos, doing by virtue of his presence, quickening all living into life, right? For, let me say this again, verse 4. Whether you call him Brahma, Buddha, Christ, doing so in reverence to the Almighty Creator, practicing good works with all your wisdom and strength, therein do I declare your good deeds in heaven. For all these are the Father's building to bring his children to ultimate resurrection for the joy and glory within his kingdoms. Therefore, this is a very important verse. Check this out. This is very important. Therefore, come I not to take away from you any of your gods or saviors, nor to abridge your field of righteousness by any means, but rather to show you a greater glory in comparison or in comprehending, right? Let me scoot this book up because it's hard for me to see sitting like that. I'm struggling to read sitting my book sideways. Let me turn it right. All right. Verse 6, Book of Oranothan, chapter 1, verse 6. It says, Therefore come I not to take away from you any of your gods or saviors, nor to abridge your field of righteousness or for righteousness or to do righteousness. No, I'm not coming to stop none of that, but rather to show you a greater glory in comparison, in comprehending all of them in the plan of the Almighty, to reach the different peoples in all parts of the earth. So whether you in China and you call God or Maz, or if you in Asia and you call him Allah, or you in Africa and you say Yahoo or whatever, right? All of those things, the name don't matter. Practicing good works with all your wisdom and strength does, though, right? And to know this, look, let me say this. Let me go to verse 7. It says, this is the light of heaven. Verse 7 says, pleading with you to be charitable to one another. Be charitable and comprehensive in your judgment, putting away egotism and professing amongst yourselves that such of you alone are the favorite of Jehovah. Stop. First of all, let me say this. It's a whole bunch of Hebrews out here right now that are proclaiming that they're the chosen people of God, and that you got to be a part of Israel to get into the kingdom of heaven and to know the true God and all that. According to the Book of Oranothen, the light from heaven, the Creator is actually inspiring us to stop thinking that way, right? You ain't special. Matter of fact, let me precept. I'm gonna do two things real quick. I'm gonna precept two verses in Oahspe. I'm gonna precept this verse real quick. I'm gonna precept this verse real quick in here with the Book of Judgment, chapter 34. It talks about how the Creator is not exclusive to any one race of people or any group of people on the planet, but he's with all people. Matter of fact, it's gonna say it later on in this book too, that all people. Salute to my brother from Brazil, Bruno Caleb Lima da Silva. Salute, big brother, name of the Creator, man. Brazil, man, we love Brazil, bro. All of us as brothers and sisters. That's what I'm about to read right here, right now. So let me get to it. Book of Judgment, chapter 35, I believe. Let me get to it. Yeah, right around. Yeah, that's cool. My bro from Brazil, man, that's tight. I think you're the first person I ever had pop up on my screen from Brazil. Salute. All right, let's go to Book of Judgment, chapter in Oahspe, chapter 33. God judges against exclusiveness. And let's see what the Creator say. God said, hear the judgments of thy God, O man. Look thou upon all the world with the eye of a god or a goddess, and be thou comprehensive in judgment over all nations and peoples on the earth. Jehovah, the Creator, said, in the early days of the world, behold, I provided unto man different continents, and islands, separated by mighty waters, that man in one division of the earth, like my brother in Brazil, might not interfere with man in another division of the earth, like the homies over in Japan, for instance. But Jehovah has said, behold, one nation and people I allot to one civilization, and another nation and people I allot to another civilization, separately on different divisions of the earth, and on the islands and the seas situated are the different peoples that I created. That makes sense. So you look over, there's different people all over the planet. We can see that. Different cultures, different, you know what I'm saying? Different vibes. So we see that objectively. Jehovah has said, and man mastered the seas and oceans and comes to his brothers, right, and sisters afar off on different continents in places. And I say unto man, because thou hast mastered the ocean let this be a testimony unto thee that there shall be no barrier henceforth between all the nations and peoples that I created. Jehovah has said, be a help and a prophet unto one another, judging wisely the differences which circumstances and places of habitation have developed in the races of man. Now I, thy God, O man, declare this judgment unto thee, inasmuch as as thy wisdom has surmounted the corporeal barrier, the ocean, betwixt thee and thy brother, it is meet and proper that thy soul surmount the barrier of prejudice against your brother, that instead of making laws against him, thou shalt do the opposite of this, and throw open the place of your habitation, and thy soul and thy love, to receive thy brother godlike, and with open arms. Flatter not thyself that thou canst turn aside or backward the seasons of the Almighty. Wherein thou doest this, affliction shall surely come upon thee. Behold, I have made the heavens of the earth universal, and established heavenly roadways round about the earth, that the angels of different nations and peoples may be as angels of universal heavens, to help one another. Even the angels are brothers and sisters, and they help each other. There's no segregation or special angels in heaven. All of us are sons and daughters of the Creator. You dig what I'm talking about? So let me go back over here to the Book of Oranothen again. It says, verse 7, God is pleading with you, or the goddess is pleading with you to be charitable to one another and more comprehensive in your judgment, putting away egotism, racism, right? Prejudice. And stop professing among yourselves that such of you alone were the favorite of Jehovah. Like I was saying, a lot of Hebrew Israelites really feel in their heart that they're the chosen people and ain't nobody else getting into heaven but them. That ain't true. All of us are sons and daughters of the Great Spirit, all brothers and sisters. All right. So I wanted to bring that out. That was my first. The first point was that we all that the Creator is everywhere present. The Great Spirit fills all place and space, and all the living are His sons and daughters. All right. So the Creator is everywhere with us. He ain't far off, in some far off heaven somewhere, but He's literally, His presence is why we have life. All right. And we are all brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of the Great Spirit. All right. The second point is, about to get to it. Oh, wait, let me keep reading. Yeah, let me keep reading. Verse 8, here we go. Book of Oranothen in Oahspe, chapter 1, verse 8 reads, first then, this is the first thing. This is the title of the lesson. The first thing we got to know as sons and daughters of the Creator is that His living presence declare I unto you that He is now, right now, always was, and ever shall be present in all places, worlds without end. The Creator is now, always was, and ever shall be present in all places, worlds without end, doing by virtue of His presence, quickening all the living into life, and moving all things onward to a wise and definite purpose, whose presence is everywhere and boundless. The Creator's presence is everywhere. Nothing can contain it. That all the living are His sons and daughters. We just talked about that. All the living are the Creator's children. And none are as orphans, but possessed of a Father, part and parcel of your flesh and spirit, even the Creator. So we are a part of the Creator. He's a part of us. In whose harmony ye, or you, are as keys to one instrument. Woo, that's a pretty harmony. And with whom ye can become as one. We can become one with the Creator by practicing His commandments. That herein only is there peace and happiness to any man on earth or angel in heaven. to become one with your Creator. That's the highest happiness that we can attain. All right, so that's the first thing. The first thing is the Creator is everywhere, with in all places, with all people, worlds without end, doing by virtue of His presence, quickening everything into life. That's the first. The second thing is, this also I declare unto you, that wherein ye have put the Father afar off, saying such as, there is a divine law. You ever heard somebody say that? Things happen because of divine laws. Well, they put the Creator afar off by saying divine law rather than saying that things happen because the Creator is present. Right? So, wherein you have put the Father, or religion, I ain't gonna say you particularly listening to me, but religion and religious doctrines have made it such that people think God is far away from them. The Creator is somehow far away and sent laws for us to govern ourselves until He comes back. That's not so, right? Let's keep reading. So let me start from 15 again. The second point, this I declare unto you, that wherein ye have put the Father afar off, saying such as, there is a divine law, or there is a natural law, you don't comprehend the living presence of the Creator, but you profane Him and His works. For there is no divine law, nor is there a natural law, but all good things. This is a very, I wish y'all had y'all Oahspe to highlight, but this is a very highlightable verse. It says, there is no divine law, there is no natural law, but all good things are accomplished by the living presence of the Creator. All good things are accomplished by the Creator's being right here, right now. Right? Now check this out. The things commonly called evil, right? We call things that are evil. See, in the Bible, it says that God creates good and evil. The Creator doesn't necessarily create evil. This is how it explains it in Oahspe, in the Book of Ouranothan. It says that things commonly called evil being done by striving to go against the Creator. So, Creator ain't out here doing evil. Evil happens because people strive to go against Him. That's simple. The Creator is all good. All good things are accomplished because He's doing it. That's easy work. So, the third thing, that's number 2, that there is no divine laws that just happen to come to be through a big bang, and now all these natural laws are just moving perfectly together, functioning properly in all places. No, that's not what it is. The reason why everything is functioning according to these laws perfectly in all places is because the Creator is presently pushing that forth. Hope y'all getting some understanding. If y'all getting some understanding that the Creator is in all places, in all times, doing by virtue of His presence, quickening all the living, and that there is no necessarily natural laws doing it, but it is Him. Drop a vortex in the chat for the Creator, man. Creator is ever present, doing by virtue of His presence, yo. There is no such thing as just natural laws that govern the universe. No, the Creator's presence is what governs the universe. All right? So yeah, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. I think we get some understanding on that. Here we go. This is the third thing that I want y'all to understand tonight. Third thing is that Jehovah is not finished, nor will He ever rest from creating, for He is the master of all weariness. He doesn't have to rest for nothing. So let's read that. Verse 19, Book of Oranothan, chapter 1. Third thing I want y'all to get tonight out this first chapter is that Jehovah has not finished His creation and retired from His works. That wherein ye have said, He tired and He rested from His works, like it says in the book of Genesis. In the book of Genesis, chapter 1, when it gets to the 7th day of creation, it states that the Creator rested, like He was tired or something. that's inconsistent with the Creator's actual presence. Let's read. For he is, verse. Jehovah has not finished his creation, nor retired from his works. That wherein ye have said he tired or he rested from his works, ye have suffered yourselves to fall through errors of language into profanation of the Almighty. So when you say Jehovah rested, you actually profane his character, his attributes. For he is also master over all weariness, and is his own everlasting rest and unrest, beyond the comprehension of mortals and angels. You can't even comprehend that. The Creator doesn't need to rest, ever. He don't stop creating. He don't get tired. Where we thought he rested, no, we was wrong, right? That's what it's saying right here. For he is also master over all weariness, and his own everlasting rest and unrest, beyond the comprehension of mortals. For he is forever bringing together and forever dissolving and dissipating worlds without number. Right now, today, we can objectively look into the cosmos and see that the Creator is still spinning new suns, moons, and stars into existence right now. They're doing it every day. So yeah, man. The Creator ain't stopped creating nothing. I don't know what false god in hell thought that was a cool thing to write. You know what I'm saying, in the Bible. But hey, it is what it is. So let's keep popping. All right. The Creator doesn't rest, right? For he's illimitable in soul and spirit. His spirit is eternal, everlasting, limitless, forever quickening into life from his own essence or his own parts, without loss, without waste, without lack of space, and without hindrance. Now that's an all-powerful Creator. That's our Heavenly Father. Salute to the righteous gods and divine goddesses, the true sons and daughters of the Great Spirit. We know our Father don't get tired. He ain't stopped making suns, moons, and stars. There's billions of galaxies. Trillions of galaxies. What are we talking about? All right. Hope y'all getting some understanding. Hope y'all getting encouraged to understand that the Creator is omnipotent, all-powerful, omnipresent, ever-present in all places, right? And all-knowing. There's nothing the Creator don't know. If you ever read in a spiritual text and you find out that your God don't know something, or the Creator, quote unquote, of your book didn't know something, then you know he ain't the Creator. The Creator knows all things. Like, for instance, people say Jesus is the Creator, but how come Jesus don't know when the Father is supposed to come back? That's another thing. See, that's what I'm saying. The Creator ain't far away, like he got to come back. He's already present in all places. I really want y'all to let that sink in today. All right, and then nothing can hinder him. He don't get tired. All right. We all his sons and daughters. None are as orphans. We are all part of the Creator's flesh and spirit, or the Creator in flesh and spirit, right? All right. I hope y'all getting some understanding. We're going to drop down. This is the fourth point I want y'all to get. This is the fourth point that I want y'all to get out of this read in this first chapter. And this is that Jehovah, our Creator, is the very soul of all. And that we are all independent parts, or atoms, if you will, of his very body, his person. Every single person you see, the soul in that person comes as a ray of light comes from the sun. That person's soul is as a ray of light that comes directly from source, from the Creator. All right? That's something that's, to me, is beautiful, because it allows you to harmonize with people in ways that is selfless, because you know that this is my brother, this is the son of the Creator. Whether we vibe together naturally or not, he deserves respect, love, and all that. She deserves, care and affection and all that stuff. Like, it just puts it into a perspective when you know that the Jehovah, the Creator, is the soul of all right? And that we are all parts of him. We are all united as one mind, one body, one entity in the Creator. He is one. He's the soul of all. All right, so that's the fourth thing. Wherein then men shall say, behold, my people are the chosen of the Almighty. He has singled out my people to go forth and redeem the world, right? People say that. I told you, people in Israel, Israelites, they really believe that it's them and only them that the Creator has chosen in this world. A lot of Muslims feel like everybody else is infidels because they don't worship Allah. You know what I'm saying? It's so much separatism in the world in religion because religion is the beast system. It's not here to unify. What did Jesus say? Or what I should say, the false Christ states exactly the words of the beast. Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn over there as a precept real quick. But because we're dealing with this idea of one nation believing or stating that they're the chosen of the Creator and nobody else is, you know what I'm saying? That idea is false. And the concept of man separating or God separating father from mother and daughter from mother-in-law and all that stuff, that all comes from the false gods. The Creator is about unity and harmony with the whole in creation, in liberty, life, love, happiness, right? So there is no such thing as the Creator having one specific group of people that He alone chose. Anybody who chooses the Creator in serving others selflessly in good works, lifting each other up, we all brothers and sisters. All right, so let me read this again. Wherein then man shall say, behold, my people are the chosen of the Almighty. He has singled out my people to go forth and redeem the world. I proclaim all people are his people. And I say also, go forth and redeem the world. All of y'all. But not with words only, nor by the sword, nor by armies of destroyers, but by peace. Redeem the world by what? Peace and love, and providing remedies for the poor and the afflicted, the helpless and the distressed. That's the work. All people are the Creator's people. We all brothers and sisters, and we all need to be working with each other in harmony, peace and love, providing remedies for the poor, the afflicted, and the helpless and distressed. Chapter 2 now. That was a long little stretch. That was about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna try to go a little bit faster through the rest of this. And appreciate everybody for coming through and rocking with your little brother. I hope I'm not boring y'all because I'm just reading. I don't have nothing to present on the screen, so I don't have my laptop. I'm on my phone. You know what I'm saying? I've been riding my bike through the hood all day, so I'm kind of tired. Came home and just said, let me study a little bit and then share some light. So again, we in Oahspe in the Book of Ouranothen, the light from heaven. And it's definitely dealing with, like I said, the first chapter was dealing with that the Creator, the Great Spirit, is in all places with all people. He ain't far away. And all of us are his sons and daughters. He's with each and every one of us. Second thing, that the Creator accomplishes all good things by his presence, and that evil things only occur when people strive and go against the Creator. But he ain't out here causing evil in your life. If you choose to go against the Creator and strive against his highest light, you're going to have a fight. You're going to have struggles. You're going to have quote unquote turmoil or calamity or what they call evil. But that's not the Creator doing that to you. You see what I'm saying? So all good things are accomplished by the Creator's presence. And then things that are commonly called evil only occur when people go against him. All right, so that was the second thing. The third thing was that Jehovah didn't stop. He never rested from creating. He's still creating new suns, moons, and stars right now. Right? And then the fourth thing was that Jehovah is the very soul of all, the Great Spirit. You know what I'm saying? And all people are a product of his body. We are in him and of him. You know what I'm saying? So that was chapter 1. All right. Salute to the chat. Oh, shine that light. I am Kila. You already know, sis. Yeah, I'm good. We good. Let's keep rolling in. Let's rock through this. You know what I'm saying? Share the live out. Let the chat know we up here. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to come through? It's all love, man. I'm just up here chilling. Like I said, I just been kicking it. So here we go. All right, Book of Oranothan, chapter 2. All right, it say, these are the words of Oranothan. Again, Oranothan is the light of heaven. That's what it means, the light from heaven. In the name of Jehovah, the Creator, peace and love unto the angels and mortals of earth, the red star. Because it hath been demonstrated unto you that the knowledge of man is but his own consciousness of the records that have been written on his body and spirit. So let it be a testimony that the affairs of heaven and earth are registered everlastingly on the soul of man, whether by his own behavior or indulgence, or by the places of his resort. So is he the book of his own dominion in the hands of Jehovah, or else against him, which shall also be testimony that the eye of the Father is ever upon all men. Yeah, the Father sees all his children, both in this world and the next. Creator see it all, know it all, hear it all, feel it all. Dig what I'm talking about? If you understand that, drop a 1 in the chat. Creator he knows everything, man. Ain't nothing that get past him, right? So, both in this world and the next. For which reason no man shall say that God cut him off, meaning Jehovah turned away from the evil man, which is a profanation against the Father. For he turneth not away, nor cutteth he off any man or woman. Nevertheless, many cut themselves off by denying him and by not obeying his commandments. So I want to make this clear right quick, because this is a lovely verse. If you've been feeling like the Creator is far away from you, he not. If you feel like you done sinned so bad, did something so wrong that the Creator cut you off, he didn't. He ain't never leave you, never will, nor his high-raised angels who are your foreparents, our ancestors. The Creator will never leave us nor forsake us at all. So don't feel like you've been abandoned by the Creator. I know what religion said. I know what the Bible said, that the Creator will cut you off and give you a reprobate mind and all of that. That ain't the real. It ain't the real, yo. The Creator will never leave his children. He is the Father, the perfect Father. You dig what I'm saying? All praises to the ever-present, our Heavenly Father, man. Let me read that again. No man shall say, look, the Creator knows everything that you ever did, and you still breathing. He knows every thought, however wicked and whatever, dirty, he knows it all. And he ain't put you in hell. You ain't burning up right now, are you? No. Why? Creator don't have that. He not here to hurt you and punish you like that. Let me read that again. This is a beautiful verse, man. It says that the eye of the Creator, the Father, is upon all men, both in this world and the next. And for which reason no man shall say God cut him off, or the Creator cut him off, meaning that Jehovah turned away from the evil man. Man, one of the coldest lies I was ever told as a Christian or a Hebrew Israelite was that the Creator, Yah, will cut you off. I used to believe that. I ain't even capping with you. I used to really believe that if I sinned so bad that the Creator would just cut me off and just leave me and never, you know what I mean? That's a crazy feeling. But this is a beautiful verse because it changes that whole idea. All right, last time I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna keep going. No man shall say that God cut him off, meaning that Jehovah turned away from the evil man, which is a profanation against the Father, for he turneth not away. nor cutteth he off any man or woman. Nevertheless, many cut themselves off by denying him, but and by not obeying his commandments. And they bring darkness and misery upon themselves. And then they cry out, where is the justice of God, that he afflicted me? Or why cometh he not to those that are distressed? And when they are in darkness, they marry. These same people with this attitude, right? They go away from Jehovah on their own account. And then they get married to people and have children. And that darkness is with the what does it say? And when they are in darkness, they marry and bring forth in darkness, and with predispositions to what? Misery and death. Damn. So just because a person thinks that the Creator would somehow cut them off, and then within themselves they become dark and miserable, right? Then they cry out when they go away from Creator and they say, where is God's justice? Why ain't he helping me? I'm distressed. You the one that went away. And now you take that same predisposition to misery and death and you procreate kids. And they're born with that same predisposition to misery and death. That's a cold thing right there, man. And we see it all the time. Watch, check this out. That's why they said of old that the sins of the man are visited on the third and fourth generations that come after. That's why they used to say that. Because it really is passed down genetically, right, to be predisposed to misery and death. All right, verse 11. And then they cry out, these same people, they cry out, the infidel, behold the misery of the creatures of God. But I say unto you right now, all these things were revealed long before. This has been known. And you are the testimonies of those who deny the wisdom and the glory of Jehovah your God. Those people who are miserable and distressed and mad at God because they decided to go their own way away from the Creator, doing evil in that sense. They get depressed and mad. But the Creator said, look, I already showed y'all go away from me. This is what's going to happen. So what then is the register of the earth? Where shall the Father find an exemplary people? Where you love your neighbors as yourselves, practicing virtue and exaltation and righteousness above all else. Where is that city at? Where are them people at? For I say unto you, they have cunningly interpreted the revelations of heaven so as to open the door to unrighteous teaching. Yeah, they say such and such things are done by divine laws instead of being done by the actual presence of the Creator. That we got to start changing that, man. We're not gonna see the Hebrews they have a thing where they teach, the Torah law, learn the laws. It's all about the laws instead of learning that the Creator is right here with you. We got to change that around. It's not about teaching laws, but teaching that the Creator's virtue is present for you to tap into at all times to be good, to live your highest life. You always have access to the Creator's presence because He's always there. It's not just a divine law making things happen. It's not just the laws of attraction or natural law. No, the Creator's presence is why there's perfect order in the universe, because He's here. All right. So verse 16 again. Oh, wait, no, verse 17. These quote unquote infidel type people who deny the presence of the Creator, they persuade themselves that their God had gone away. Like he went away somewhere, leaving behind certain laws to carry on his works. It's not the case. And the ungodly interpreted these laws that since God had gone afar off, he saw not the behavior of men, nor registered their deeds in truth as done in the body. For they had been thus led to believe that sin and evil deeds are hid away, and not man, nor angels, nor God know what they have done. They have been done. and they have grown up in disbelief, ignoring the person of the Almighty, even though the powers of life and death stand before them, being addicted to crimes and misdemeanors against one another, in no fear of God the Father, and only restrained by the laws and prisons of man, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship as being afar off. I declare to you that his eyes are upon is ever upon you, and that ye are a perpetual register of both the good and evil that you practice toward one another in the Father. All right, so let's pause right here. There's an idea that I guess even I had when I was in church and religion when I was a kid, even though I never really believed that the Creator couldn't see me, but there's times where you get so full of yourself that you think that what you're doing ain't being noticed by angels or obviously by the Creator. He knows all things. He knows your thoughts before you think them. You dig what I'm talking about? So this verse is just explaining that the false teachings of this God, they put God, these religions and ancient teachings put God far off, replacing the Father with these laws and ceremonies, right, and religious practices, and it gave them a foothold. It gave them a foothold to then try to persuade themselves to think that God can't see them. Oh, the Creator's afar off, but he gave us these laws. So now, but he can't see what we do. Come on, man, we playing too much. The Creator sees all things. He feels all things. He knows all things. He's ever present in all places. And what you do is written on you, in your spirit and your body. It's the sum of who you are. You can't escape yourself. You can't escape what you've done, the choices you made. You got to fix them. You got to change yourself, elevate, rise up, and help others rise the same way you did to overcome whatever it is you had to overcome. But the Creator knows it. He sees it all. And guess what? You ain't burning up. You ain't burning alive right now, are you? No. So that lets you know that the Creator is patient with you. He's always going to be with you. He ain't cutting you off into a flaming pit of eternal fire. What are we talking about? Only false gods do that shit. Or talk like that. All right, let's see. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Yeah, okay. Let me read this from the top again. Verse 17. These men persuade themselves that their God had gone away, leaving certain laws to carry on his works. And the ungodly interpreted them that since God had gone afar off, he saw not the behavior of men, nor registered their deeds in truth as done in the body. For they have been thus led to believe that sin and evil deeds are hid away, and not man, nor angels, nor God knoweth they have been done. And they now grow up in disbelief, ignoring the person of the Almighty, even though the powers of life and death stand before them, being addicted to crimes and misdemeanors against one another in no fear of God the Father, and only restrained by the laws of man and prison, fears of prison, right? Whom therefore you ignorantly worship as being afar off. I declare to you right now today that his eyes are ever upon you, and that ye are a perpetual register both of the good and evil that you practice toward one another and in the Father. This is the foundation. This is the foundation. Read that again. This, my brothers and my sisters, salute to the righteous guys and the divine goddesses still sticking with your bro. This is the foundation upon which I proclaim Jehovah's kingdom on earth. You got to start off knowing that his eyes is in every place. You got to know he's always with you. That's the foundation. What are we talking about? Without this, there is no resurrection, either in this world or the next. All right? So we got to practice righteousness, knowing that the Creator is ever present in all places. All right, so let's drop down. Oh, yeah. So as you establish this doctrine in the understanding of who? The young. Pause. The young children need to know this from Jump Street. A lot of us didn't really understand a lot of you know, stuff about diet and spiritual progression and just the unseen world in general. We just had a religious idea, but we didn't really have a practical way to understand it. Now we do, but we're older. But guess what? The Creator is the most simply understood of all things. Why? Because the Creator loves the babies. Even the babies, the young children, can understand this foundation of Jehovah's kingdom on earth, which is that the Creator is ever present in all places. Number one. So this is the doctrine in the understanding of the young to establish. So will ye have laid the cornerstone for the edifice of Jehovah your Creator. Let me read that again. Verse 25 or verse 24. This is the foundation on which I proclaim Jehovah's kingdom on earth. Without this, there is no resurrection in this world or the next. And as much as you establish this doctrine in the understanding of the children, the babies, so will ye have laid the cornerstone for the edifice of Jehovah your Creator, to which end ye shall put away all such terms as divine law and natural law and Torah law. Put all of that away. The Creator is here today, doing everything. Everything good that's happening is being done by His presence. The understanding to your understanding, you getting all of this that we are learning, that we're understanding, is happening because the Creator is turning that on right now in your presence, right? It's not because of the laws of nature. No, put that away. It's not because of the laws of divine intervention. Put that away. It's not the laws of attraction. Put that away. These things there are law. Obviously, the Creator has laws, but the laws are in place working properly because His presence is doing it right now. That's the foundation that the babies need to know. That the virtue of the Creator is inspiring you to your soul from all sides, giving you life. When you do good, that's coming from Jaja's highest light, because He's with you, teaching you, moving you, inspiring you directly to your soul. And henceforth, we shall teach the children of the living I am, the Jehovah, who is over all and within all, His works doing by virtue of His presence, call him Lord or God as you may. So I want to say that too. I'm gonna precept this this last verse right here. It says, henceforth ye shall teach them, talking about the children, of the living I am, the Jehovah, who is over all and within all His works, doing by virtue of His presence. You can call Him Lord or God as you may. Now that last part, that call Him Lord or God as you may, I like that, because so many people arguing over the name of God, the name Lord, Yahweh, Yahuwah, Allah. This right here, clear. Call Him Lord or God, whatever you want to call Him. The Creator don't quibble over names anyway. All names are His names, right? Let me precept that real quick. Sorry, I dropped my phone. Little technical difficulty. I dropped my phone. Hold on, let me get over here to the Book of Judgment. Book of Judgment, chapter 3. Book of Judgment, chapter 3. Y'all listen to this real quick. If y'all get some understanding with your little brother, drop some vortexes in the chat, man. I hope I'm not boring y'all too much. Like Luther Vandross said, I don't want to bore you with it. I'm sorry. But all right, here we go. Let's get it. Book of Judgment, chapter 3. Watch this. It says, think not, O man, that I am insufficient to the times and the seasons, or say that God spoke in the dark days of the earth, but latterly holdeth His tongue. Behold, I am your elder brother, even as a captain of the earth and her heavens for a season. As I am, even so even so were my predecessors in the times of the ancients, were ambassadors of the Most High Jehovah. whose power and wisdom are given to me, even after the same manner as thy earthly kingdoms, after the same manner as your earthly kingdoms are governed and disciplined. All right, whereby order may continue to the resurrection of all his created beings. First, I charge you that whoso saith God, God, calleth in vain. Right? I know that sounds, let me keep reading. I am not come to establish, but to abolish all gods and lords and saviors amongst mortals. For what is past, yo. But whosoever henceforth heareth my word and the decree of my commandment, and continueth to make an idol of any name, save the great spirit blasphemeth against his creator. So I want to talk about the name real quick. In the Book of Oranothen, the goddess of the earth today, which most people don't know, the god of the earth today is not a man or a male angel. It's a female goddess. Her name is Shaysithi, the Antithotis, meaning the quote unquote governor, or the one that's putting in to play the modus operandi of the high raised angels. Anyways, what she's saying in the Book of Oranothen to us is that it don't matter what you call the creator. You can call him God. You can call him Lord. If you're referring to the all that was, is, and ever shall be, the ever-present creator, that's not bad. Nobody's mad at you for saying Lord or God. Creator ain't mad at you for that, right? So let me just read this just to bring out some clarity on that point as a precept in this time that we in today. All right, so we was in the Book of Judgment, chapter 3, verse 9. But whoso henceforth heareth my word and the decree of my commandment, and continue to make an idol of my name, save the great spirit blasphemeth against his creator. But whoso crieth out in fullness of heart, sincere, saying, God, God, meaning thereby the ever-present, the creator, he ain't a blasphemer before me. Because why? The creator knows his heart. The creator knows who he's talking about. The creator ain't stupid. And whoso saith Ormazd, which is the ancient Eastern way of saying creator, meaning the ever-present creator, is not a blasphemer before me. And whoever calleth any name in any language that signifieth the ever-present, the one creator, is not a blasphemer before me. So look, if you call out to the creator and you say God or Lord, he ain't tripping on that. For real, you're not. If you signifying him. But if you say Brahma, right, or Jesus or Christ or any of that, signifying a God in the form and shape of a man sitting on a throne in heaven, yeah, that's a little different. Because the creator is not a man. All right. I don't want to get too far into that right now. We already know in the creator gang, the creator don't have no form and figure that we bow down to and worship. The creator is everywhere again and unseen, and you can't point to the creator like, oh, there he is right there. No, the creator is everywhere at all times, ever present in all places with all his people. All right. So, but it don't matter if you call him Lord, talking about the ever present, the all in all. Ain't nobody mad. We know what you're saying. He knows what you're saying. So don't let nobody make you feel like you going to hell for saying Yahuwah or any name of God. The creator, if you're talking about the creator, your father, that's everywhere present, all knowing and all powerful, you on the one, son. All right, so let's keep it cracking. Let me get back over here to the Book of Oranothen. Again, salute to everybody rocking with your brother. It's been an hour, man. Usually I don't rock this long, but I'm just chilling right now. I'm literally just rocking, chilling with y'all. I hope everybody can get some understanding, like I said, of these simple points. The creator is everywhere. Everybody is his kids. He ain't singling out one group of people as a special group of people. You know what I'm saying? The creator accomplishes everything that's good by his presence, right? And he's still creating. He ain't done. He ain't stopped. All right, so let's keep popping. Where we at? Oh, yeah, we at chapter 3 now. Chapter 3. Here we go. These are the words of Oranothen, the light from heaven. By the power and wisdom of Jehovah, the Creator in me, I salute you, all my brothers and sisters. Salute to the Creator gang. Gang, peace to y'all. I salute you in peace, love, and reconciliation with the Father, to make you magnanimous and of comprehensive judgment in discerning the dominion of Jehovah, that you be not puffed up with your knowledge. Don't be prideful. Don't be puffed up, y'all. We all learning. We all in the same boat. Ain't no big I's and little U's. You know what I'm saying? Don't be puffed up. Don't be puffed up with your knowledge of the ancient prophets and revelations of God the Father, saying his words were revealed of old. The ancient revelations were final. Jehovah is the same today, yesterday, and forever. His voice and his hands are with you. He chargeth not, he changes not as the wind blows. Open your understanding to the living presence, to the I am, in remembrance of the olden times, when the prophets of God were denied also. For the same things come in every cycle. Ain't nothing new under the sun. For the same things come in every cycle in the travel of the world, and the same doctrines are revealed, embracing the same exalted commandments, proclaiming the actual presence of the Creator unto all men. But they who love not him with all their hearts and souls, and their neighbors as themselves, cry out, we will not have this, and let's crucify him, right? The haters come out. Now behold, Jehovah ceases manifest among all nations and peoples. Do they not cry out against the skepticism of man, the religions? The people cry out against the religions of man, and are not their doctrines trembling on their foundations? Meaning that these religions and doctrines is fallen already. These false doctrines, they're falling. People ain't holding on to these old ancient doctrines. The enthusiasm they put forth is but for a day. With the death of the preacher, his church becometh as the house of a stranger. For they worship not the Father, but bow down before oratories of men. Wherefore in this day I say unto you, the time is greater than of old. For the cycle embraceth the whole earth, becoming as one people around about it. So was the light of Jehovah being manifest amongst all nations and people. So this is what's happening today. Is happening all over the world. This particular time of Kosmon is a time that embraces a spiritual understanding amongst the whole earth at once, spontaneously in different places, but at the same time. I mean, different places spontaneously in this era. Think not then that the circumscribing of the earth, saith Jehovah, is not sufficient unto a universal doctrine, adapted to all the inhabitants of the earth. For he plieth his angel hosts according to the work he hath at hand, rising up one man to work and another man to work, appropriating all people to building his kingdom. And he sendeth his angels to man to give him signs and omens, that man saith, I feel it coming, I can feel it. That's the inspiration of the high raised angels that Jehovah sends in every cycle. Raising one man to work. Oh, wait. Where was I at? Yeah, he plieth all his angels according to the work he hath at hand, raising one man up to work and another man to another work, appropriating all people to building his kingdom. And he sendeth his angels to man to give him signs and omens, and man saith, I feel it coming, I feel it in the air, a new event is at hand, of which matters the earth is stored with history, as when in Egypt, in the great kingdom, the pharaohs have fortified themselves with learning, and with monuments designed by man to be everlasting. And both angels of darkness and angels of light descended upon the land, and the people were overwhelmed with miracles and necromancy, dark spirits even. And the Father called unto the multitude to come out of Egypt. And as many as had faith in him rose up and departed out of the way of the land, away from the land. Then darkness came upon Egypt, and she went down into destruction. Her temples and places of great learning fell down or became known no more. Now this I declare unto you, that the same kinds of necromancy and angel manifestations appear in the beginning of every cycle, every 3,000 years. For the Father suffereth even angels of darkness to appear before men, to confound them in their unbelief, and to make them fearful in the unrighteous behavior, their unrighteous behavior. Verse 24. And this also happeneth soon after the advent of the cycle. The angels of the second resurrection come, calling sinners to repentance and proclaiming the difference between the higher and lower heaven. That's the time that we're in right now, currently. And according to Oahspe, if the timetables of prophecy add up, once we observe it as time continues forward, in 2048, there's supposed to be a harvest season for or a resurrection season for what am I trying to say? Jehovah's high raised angels are supposed to be harvesting the high grade angels to go on to Etheria in 2048, according to the timetables of prophecy here in Oahspe. So every cycle there's visitations from spirits, angels that are ambassadors of the Creator, that come and increase the faith of men towards good works and selflessness and knowledge of the Creator. All right. So let me read that last verse again, verse 24. That soon after the advent of a cycle, the angels of the second resurrection come calling sinners to repentance, proclaiming the difference between the higher and the lower heaven. We saw that happen in 1848 with John Balonubro, when the spiritualist movement of, the mediums that were tapping into the angels that were, at the beginning of this Cosmonian cycle in 1848. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, we see that. Salute, Kila. Thanks for hanging in with your little brother. We almost done, I promise. I don't want to be on here too much longer. I told you I've been riding my bike through the hood all day because I lost the keys to my car. It's a whole mess. But your brother's still rocking. Jehovah's still good. You know what I'm saying? This word is still light to me. It tastes good to me. So I'm going to keep sharing it with my family. But yeah, bless up. All right. So again, after every cycle, Jehovah has angels that come and proclaim the higher light of the higher heavens. It happened once in 1848. And in 2048, it's supposed to happen again. You know what I'm saying? But the angels are always with us. They walk amongst us every day. We just don't have that high level of how can I don't want to say visual contact, but I don't know. Well, let's just keep reading. We'll talk about it. All right. So verse 25, and such mortals as have faith in Jehovah the Creator, practicing righteousness, are led forth into a new place in a holier condition. But such as heed not the voice of the angels of God go down in darkness. All right, chapter 5. This is the last chapter. We out the way, y'all. Bless up. Here we go. These are the words of Oranothen from the light from heaven. By the grace and power of the Creator, God of all people, faith be unto you and within you for your own redemption. First come signs and preeminence, then belief, then faith, which is followed by works. And this law is unto all the living, whether man or bird or beast or creeping thing, there being signs and presentiments unto all the living according to what concerneth them. Behold, the times of heaven and earth are made of summers and winters unto all things, a time when the harvest of one revelation or one doctrine cometh to its ripening, and a time afterward when it is gathered in by the Father and is known no more. To one age God bestows a revelation on men, according to what is good for man. But when it hath fulfilled its work, God gathereth it in, and bestoweth another revelation. Such are the works of Jehovah. Nor can man nor angel stay his hand. That's just what it is. So the Creator continues to progress us forward and propel us forward. He'll give us a revelation for a time, for man, for humanity, that's good for them at that time. And once that has fulfilled its work and man has elevated in consciousness and wisdom and good works toward others, he'll bring in a higher revelation, and those older revelations are taken up, taken away, removed, replaced. That's the progress of humanity. That's the progress of all men. That's Jehovah's way, right? So let's keep reading. Hope that makes sense. Let me read it again. To one age, God bestoweth revelation to man according to what is good for man at that time. But when it hath fulfilled its work, God gathereth it in and bestoweth another revelation. So it's levels to this shit. It's always a continuing level up with humanity and in the heavens. The Creator ain't stagnant. He's always going to continue to give us more light. So check this out. Verse 7 say, to Greece and to Egypt and to India, he gave many gods. The Creator gave many gods according to the necessities of the times and the light of man, that man might be raised up through belief and faith. So gave he them gods and doctrines suited to them. And when man became tenacious of his gods, verily making idols of them, and depending on the gods and the angels to accomplish by intercession and otherwise man's ultimate exaltation in heaven, so man ceased to work. Man ceased to work out his own salvation, right? He just depended on God to do everything. That's how it was. At first, the Creator gave man gods, and then man became infatuated with the gods and fell into idolatry and worshiping them. Right? All right. So then, and then man also ceased. He said, "You okay? You helped my workout." Oh, that's what's up. I'm glad I got to help you with your workout, sis. Yeah. So man ceased to work out his own salvation, depending on God to save him. That time is over with. Ain't no more depending on God or angels to save you. Like Keela says, she working out. Why? Because she got to work her body out to get where she want to be healthy and strong and all that and fit. Jesus ain't going to do that for her. God ain't going to work her out. You know what I'm saying? She's a goddess. She got to take that upon her own responsibility and work that out in her own liberty. You dig what I'm talking about? So once again, it came a point to where man ceased to work out his own salvation, depending on his gods to save him, even his crimes and blasphemy. All right, so, and Jehovah caused disbelievers and signs and miracles to overrun these people, and he raised up a new prophet unto them, rebuking them for their unrighteous behavior. The adherents of the past revelations, the people who stuck to the God worship, the adherents of the past revelations rose up in might and slew the prophets of the Creator, declaring them breakers of the laws of man. Nevertheless, it came to pass that with all of these people, their many gods went away from them, and the new revelations took root in the persecution of death of God's prophets. So it ain't gonna stop nothing. You know what I'm saying? The people who are clinging on to the ancient doctrines and the ancient religions and the old traditions, they'll kill you behind that. Take your whole life because you're trying to tell them that time is done with, right? They'll really try to take your life for that. But it ain't gonna stop nothing. Even if they do, they don't matter because the new revelations will take root. The Creator's hand ain't gonna be stayed, y'all. The Creator is unstoppable. All right, so let me read that again. The adherents of the past revelations rose up in might and slew the prophets of God, declaring them breakers of the laws of man. Nevertheless, it came to pass that with all of these people, their many gods went away from them, and the new revelations took root in the persecution of the death of God's prophets. Such are the cycles upon the earth. They are as the harvest of the Almighty, which he hath given unto different periods of his creation. Here is wisdom, O man, to heed the signs of Jehovah's seasons. It's wise to watch the signs of the times, and to end the march of his dominion on the earth, not suffering thyself to be bound by things of the past, while the signs of the Almighty rise up before you. Nor judge thou the ways of thy God by the little that is done in a corner, or by the prejudices deep rooted in thine own understanding, because of thy birth and surroundings. But survey thou abroad over the whole earth, and consider what is good unto all people, as to whether the doctrines and revelations are powerful enough to abolish poverty and war and all manner of crimes amongst man. This is the guide thy Creator gave unto you, that you might learn to prophesy of the administration of thy God, Jehovah being the only master of life and death. Because whosoever hath he quickened into life is his, and death is his decree in his own way and time. And whoever cometh between man and his Creator, visiting death upon his brother, wages war against his Creator. Life and death are mine, says Jehovah. Whoso presumeth to engage in death is no longer fulfilling the righteousness of God. Pause. If your God is a man of war, he is not the Creator. He ain't fulfilling the righteousness of the Creator Almighty. What did I just read? It said, check this out. Whosoever cometh between man and his Creator, visiting death upon his brother, wages war against his Creator. For life and death are mine, said Jehovah. And whoever presumeth to engage in death no longer fulfilleth the righteousness of God. The Creator said, thou shalt not kill. So if you out here warring with your brother, or if your God is a man of war, he's not fit to establish the Creator's kingdom on earth. Let me keep reading. In which sign, this is the sign that thou shalt judge all people who engage in war, and know of a truth whether their doctrines and their gods be appropriate to establish the Father's kingdom on earth, not suffering thyself to be blinded by their professions of peace, but by their practice, observing if they have more faith in weapons of war, in standing armies, than in Jehovah. This is one of the signs also, in addition to infidelity and necromancy, wherefrom thou shalt surely prophesy that the old doctrines and revelations have fulfilled their time unto mortals. Again, you got to use your judgment and your comprehension. If your God is a man of war and inspires war, if your religion inspires war, it is not fit to establish the Father's kingdom on earth. Backdrop, headshot, body blow. That's an easy key. You feel me? So again, you got to be able to consider those things. Let me go back a little bit. Yeah. We're not gonna get stuck up in the old doctrines and the old traditions and the old religion. The time of just preaching and believing is over with. We in the time of showing and proving. You see what I'm saying? And the Creator is the one that's gonna show and prove it to us through his facts, figures, and axioms well known. That's true light, right? So let me keep going. I don't want to move too fast. This is the last chapter and I'm out, y'all. Chapter 5. These are the words of Oranothen, the light from heaven. Here we go. In the love of God, peace and goodwill be unto all of you. Amen. In times past, the Almighty hath bestowed his signs and monuments and histories, whereby ye shall understand the dominion of his word. Because the ancients were bound down by the doctrines and revelations of their predecessors, Jehovah suffered evil-disposed men to fall upon their libraries and destroyed them. And man mourned on the earth, saying, the light of heaven is consumed. Aha, they burned our books. But Jehovah comprehended what was good for man, desiring him not to be bound down to the ancients, but rather that man should be quickened to the ever-present light of God. For man had become like a drowning man, clinging to that which was taking him down under the water. So only by the destruction of the ancient records could man be persuaded to turn to that which is ever present, even Jehovah. And the like condition hath ever come unto all the ancient gods and men, for men fear to let go from that which is carrying them further and further away from the Creator. Let me say this before I say this last verse. This is what we're dealing with most religious people, most people in the conscious community. We're dealing with people who are clinging to the old traditions, the old ideas of who God is and his character. People really believing that Jesus is going to come back one day and slaughter people because that's what they was taught in the old days. You know what I'm saying? They was taught that God is far away from them and he's coming back again one day. That's all old dogma, old religion, old stuff. The Creator allowed men to burn that shit in the past. You know, the Torah was burnt in Babylon. They didn't have a Torah in Israel for hella long until Ezra showed up again, milly mouthing to his scribes off that mollywaller Luamung had him drink. In the book of Esdras, chapter 14, you'll find that story. But the Creator allowed evil men to burn that shit because it was keeping mankind down from elevating and resurrecting to higher light with Creator. The Creator is never going to have you stuck. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is we're always learning something new. We're always progressing. The only thing that don't change is Creator himself, whose magnitude is incomprehensible. So you'll never be able to fathom all of the knowledge that the Creator has for us. So it's behooving to us to be open and willing to receive new light, new revelations as they come forth, as we progress with the Creator ever present. Right? Some people are so clinging to these books and Bibles and traditions that they can't see the changing of the Creator's seasons right before their faces. Luckily, we tapped in, you know what I'm saying? We got an ear to hear. We got an eye to see spiritual light. You know what I'm saying? So salute to y'all, the righteous gods and Nirvanian goddesses, man. Peace to the righteous. Peace to the Creator gang. You already know what it is, man. Creator only over this way. We know our direct inspiration from the Father. So check this out. So what is all the sum of all of this religion? You know, God allowed, or the Creator allowed mankind to have time periods or dispensations where he was allowed, or humanity was allowed, to worship gods. Creator wasn't tripping. But then there came a time where man was ready to receive the higher light of his ever presence. So verse 8 in the book of Oranothan chapter 5 says, this do I also declare unto you, that the sum, the total of revelation in each and every cycle of the earth has been to bring man nearer and nearer to the comprehension of what? The ever presence of the Creator. To make man know that Jehovah is now ever it is now, even as he was with the ancients. He ain't far off. He's right with us. That man might ultimately have his understanding open so as to receive his own revelations from his Creator and from the angels of God. Such being, in fact, the founding of his kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. Let me read that again, yo. The sum of all of this, every single cycle since the beginning of Earth's manifestation, has been to bring mankind closer and closer to the understanding and the comprehension and the revelation that the Creator is ever present. That's the whole sum of all of these cycles. And guess what? We in the my bad, y'all. Hold on. My phone fell over. All right, so yeah. Every single cycle has been to bring man nearer and nearer to the comprehension of the ever-present, to make man know that Jehovah is now, even as he was with the ancients, that man might ultimately have his understanding open so as to receive his own revelations from his Creator and from the angels of God. Such being, in fact, the founding of his kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. Since direct inspiration shall then come from the Father unto all men, how hope ye not to be bound by the revelations of the prophets of old? The same Creator as now is, always was, and ever shall be. To be as near him, and as much in him, and as much one with him, as were the ancient prophets, shall ye not also be one with the Father, to prophesy, and to accomplish good works? For if God the Father be ever the same, and ye fulfill his requirements as did the ancient prophets, the same results shall happen unto you as to them. To quicken man, therefore, to enter into the living presence, instead of leaving him as a follower of the ancient light, is the work of your God. Whereto ye shall join in wisdom and earnestness, regardless of self-sacrifice. Last verse, and we out of this mug, y'all. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. It's your little brother. You already know what it is, man. Last verse, verse 17, Book of Oranothan Chapter 5 states that, now therefore, when the signs of decadence in the old systems manifest themselves, right? As for example, when those who are good-minded and sound judgment, having been believers in the ancient doctrines and revelations, but afterward turn away from them because the doctrines are impotent, ye shall know of a truth that a new cycle is at hand. So once again, we are in a new cycle, y'all. This is the cycle of Kosmon, the Kosmon era. If you're not familiar, it started in 1848, and it began a balance of spiritual and corporeal wisdom and knowledge coming directly from the Creator ever present. So this cycle is a cycle of 3,000 years. We got a long ride to go still through this cycle. But there's a lot of stuff coming up in the coming years that we should be excited about. Especially 2048. That's supposed to be a time of extremely high light where angels are supposed to manifest amongst mortals again from the high second resurrection. You know, that's 2048. That's right around the corner. Literally like 23 years, 24 years, 22 years now. Am I right? I don't know. My mind tripping. But anyway, we got a lot to look forward to, man. The Creator has not stopped moving. He ain't stopped working. He ain't stopped creating. He ain't resting. He is his own eternal rest and unrest. You see what I'm saying? And he's in all places doing everything, quickening all the living into life. You feel me? Yeah, so I just wanted to come on here. We got through it. I know it was a little rough, might have been a little dry tonight. I'm sorry, y'all, but I just wanted to come through this and read this book of Ouranothen, which means the light from heaven. And again, we just went over a couple of points. The Creator ain't far from you. That's the number one thing I want y'all to take away and teach your kids. That the Creator ain't Santa Claus. He ain't somewhere far and then gonna come drop some blessings on you. No, the Creator is with you every single day, in all places, in every person. He's the soul of all people. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I hope y'all got some understanding. Let me see. Hold on real quick. If y'all got some understanding, man, drop some vortexes in the chat on the one, son. You know what I'm talking about? I really just wanted to come and share some love and light, man. Thank y'all for coming through. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Usually I'll come on here and have my laptop with everything on the screen so y'all can follow along, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all can see the words on the screen, but I was on my phone tonight, so I'm sorry about that. Next time I'll get this laptop popping and get the words on the screen for y'all. But I sure appreciate y'all coming through. I have fun. Bless up. I'm gonna be back on here. You already know what it is, man. Peace to the Creator gang. Peace to my big buddies, the 401. Shalom, Kosmon. Malachi Macabizzle. And I say Daryl Kosmon, Shalom. Malachi Macabizzle and Kosmon Cow. What's all my niggas, man? I love y'all deep the truth. Y'all be easy out that way. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back on here. I love y'all deep the truth, man. Bless up. Peace. Enjoy yourselves, man. Bless up.